Welcome to your Change Your Inner Critical Self-Talk mindfulness meditation to help you with developing greater self-confidence and to help you to change your internal dialogue. It's so important to take a few moments out of each day to relax for a few minutes. Meditating can help you to focus and keep your brain young. Indeed, meditating can help you to become a better decision maker. It can reverse the effects of the stress response. And meditating can improve your focus and attention. Today, we are going to focus on creating a more positive internal dialogue. It can be so easy to develop a more positive self just by changing the way you think. This means you don't have to wait days, weeks, or even months to change your inner self-talk. You can create a more positive self-image in seconds, simply by changing the way you think and talk to yourself. So let's get started. Allow yourself to begin to relax. You can do this by firstly making yourself really comfortable, either sitting or lying down. And then just close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, allow yourself to focus very deeply on your breathing. Do not change anything about your breathing at this time. Just observe it and notice what happens as you breathe. Notice how easily each breath flows in and then flows out. Flowing in and then out. Easily and effortlessly. And now that you are focused on it, allow your breathing to slow down a little. Just slow it down slightly and see how that feels. Breathing a little deeper now as the air continues to flow in and then out of your lungs. Each breath now beginning to relax you as you control and slow down your breathing. And now slowing it down further, so that with each second that passes, you're relaxing more and more. And as you do this, continuing to breathe deeply in and out, you find that you're beginning to let go of any tension or tightness in your body. You begin to let go of any stress, any worry you've had. Begin to notice a moment of silence at the end of each out-breath. And you can now use this moment of silence to relax you deeper. Deeper and deeper still with every breath you take. And now you find yourself relaxing more and more in that moment of stillness at the end of each breath. And it's comforting to know that you can relax in this way, using your breathing. The comforting stillness, enabling you to become relaxed and really comfortable. And with your eyes closed, you can begin to focus inwards, finding those places within you where there may still be some tension. And as you focus on those areas of tension, you can now just allow this tension to be released. And with your focus now inwards, you can begin to become aware of any thoughts that may be running through your mind. Just notice those thoughts for a moment and let them pass. Observe them and then let them pass. And now I'd like you to imagine going deeper within yourself with each and every breath you take. Taking this moment to concentrate deeply on yourself on the inside. Taking each part of your body a little at a time and just relaxing that part of you completely. So, starting at the top of your head, just noticing how that part of you feels. Noticing how your head is positioned in this moment. And then doing whatever you need to do to relax your head. Then when you're ready, moving on to your face. Noticing how your eyes feel, how your jaw feels, how your cheeks feel. Taking this moment to notice how they're positioned, and then doing whatever you need to do to relax them. And noticing now how your neck and shoulders feel, and relaxing them. And in this moment, you can relax every part of you deeper and deeper, a little at a time, as you let go of any tension or tightness, because this very moment belongs to you. It's your time to focus on yourself in this wonderful, relaxed state. And now, in your own time, move on to your arms, just noticing the way that they're positioned, and perhaps noticing now which arm feels more relaxed, the right arm or the left arm. And then doing whatever you need to do to make each arm more deeply relaxed. And you can, in your own time, now continue down through your chest to your stomach. And now allowing any tension there to be released. You can be free of tension in this wonderful, relaxed state. And moving on now, and just allowing yourself to relax each of your legs one at a time, all the way down to your feet. You're relaxed and comfortable, enjoying every single precious moment of this wonderful time of relaxation. And now, with your body relaxed, you can begin to relax your mind. To do this, I want you to imagine that your mind is becoming very still, very quiet. If this doesn't happen straight away, then that's fine. Just imagine it, and soon your mind will begin to become still. Any thoughts that appear to be going on in slow motion, just slowing down more and more. And now I'd like you to imagine in your mind, you're standing in a room in the innermost depths of your mind. The essence of that room relaxes you further still. And now you notice that there are 2 chairs in this room, facing each other. You sink down comfortably into one of those chairs and relax a little further. Here, in the safety of this room, and in this relaxed state of mind, you can begin to make big changes to your inner voice. We all have it. That voice that comments on the things that we do. The voice which in the past has not always been supportive and instead has chosen to attack you with critical comments. This is a very significant step, because having love and support for yourself is very important. At times, you've been in a constant state of internal battle. You listened to what this inner voice has had to say, and you allowed the negative comments of this inner voice to affect your confidence and the way that you felt about yourself. Here in this room, you can make those changes that you need to make to that voice that criticizes you. Until today, your own inner dialogue has been working against you, commenting on everything that you've done, making you feel that you are useless. So now just think about that voice for a moment. Invite and allow it to come forward. If it doesn't happen straight away for you, just imagine the kinds of things that are usually said. I would like you to take the time now to just listen to this voice. Note what it says and how this makes you feel. Pay particular attention to the language that's used. Notice the tone of this voice. Perhaps at first, this may sound like your own voice, but allow yourself to really listen to this voice. This voice has caused you to blame yourself in the past for things that perhaps weren't your fault. It may have caused you to label yourself in certain unhelpful ways. And this voice may also have caused you to compare yourself with others, seeing them in a fantastic light and you standing in the shade. This voice, when you listen closely, may begin to sound like someone that you know. Perhaps an overcritical parent or teacher. Just listening to this voice allows you to really concentrate on where it came from in the beginning. You notice those familiar feelings that begin to resonate with you, making you feel worthless and not good enough. This internal battle has to stop. You recognize the damage that this has done to your confidence and self-worth in the past. In order to make changes, you will now allow this voice to take on some kind of physical presence. It can be a shape, a colour, or even a person. Maybe a cartoon character. But just allow that to happen now. You can be as creative as you wish. And now that you've done that, just invite this part of you to take a seat on the chair opposite. You want to gain an understanding of why this part has been so critical of you. So you can ask it now, or even just think the question in your mind, and your wonderful subconscious mind will begin to explain. This part has, in a strange way, always been working for your benefit, even though it seems to do this in a misguided way. It has had your best interests at heart, and it did have a positive intention behind it. This intention was to keep you safe. It didn't want you to do things that you weren't good at, to avoid others thinking negatively of you. And so, it formed part of a long habit of being critical of you. You can take the time now to imagine yourself explaining how this criticism and constant internal battle has made you feel, how it affects you, and what you think about those things that you would have done had it not been for this criticism. You watch the reaction of this part of you now as it begins to change. Perhaps changing colour or shape, or even becoming something or someone else entirely. It's time now to reach an understanding with this part of you. You are finding a way to move forward, and you can communicate with this part until you've reached an understanding that there is a better way to move forward, a better way to carry out those good intentions of protection. You can start by working on the language used by this critical part, the specific words used. Perhaps some of these are more commonly used than others, and this is your time to come up with other, more supportive words to use instead. Words that will enable your confidence to grow, showing this part of you that it can now work for your benefit in the most wonderful and supportive way. You now have the full agreement of this part to change in the most wonderful way. You have reached an understanding. You know that this part was working for your benefit all along. You know now that although the behaviour it displayed was not beneficial, the purpose behind the action was. And now a wonderful thing has happened. This part of you has agreed to change and work for your benefit in a different way. By fully supporting you, providing you with strength and encouragement. You thank this part of you for being there for you, and then you reach out and hug this part of you. It feels really good to know that all of you is now working in harmony for your benefit. This part of you has changed, and your inner voice has changed forever. As you hug this part of you closer and closer, you can feel it becoming part of you again. But it feels slightly different. Much better, stronger, and more positive. And that feels really good. From now on, if you catch yourself being self-critical, you will pay particular attention to the language you are using, and you will change it to be more supportive and kind. The way that you treat and see yourself is extremely important. To reach those goals you truly desire, to be happy and confident, you need to be supportive of yourself. See what things you can really achieve. Attacking yourself hasn't got you anywhere, only backwards, only being miserable. So here, in this relaxed state, try out your new positive inner voice and see how that feels. Just imagine a situation which in the past would have evoked your critical inner voice to come into play. Imagine now, instead of criticism, that you hear positive words of encouragement. You can succeed. You are worthy, and you are good enough. And just notice how that feels. This part now helps you to see with clarity your own wonderful attributes. You see situations with clearer insight, no longer blaming yourself for things that aren't your fault. This part of you agrees to allow you to see, think, and feel in a clearer way, and this helps you to break down those negative labels that you built up for yourself. And you imagine yourself filling up with confidence, knowing that your inner voice is working with you, working for you to allow wonderful things to happen for you, all the while focusing on the good things about yourself. You feel amazing, knowing that for the first time in a long time, you are on your own side. No more internal battles, just thinking now about what you can achieve. Those words of inner comfort fill you up inside, making you feel strong and confident. From now on, you are your own best friend. Every part of you working for your benefit and not against you. And now in a moment, I will count from 1 to 5. And at the count of 5, you will open your eyes, feeling fully refreshed, full of confidence and happiness, and looking forward to a wonderful future. So get ready now. 1, coming back. 2, 3, coming up more and more. 4, almost there. And 5, opening your eyes now with that big smile on your face. Welcome back. Have a good stretch. Well done.